Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us, Soulful Journey, on the journey of enlightenment and discovery. If this is your first visit, I'm thrilled to connect and share this space with you. Together, we'll explore deep insights and uplifting messages designed to enhance your spiritual path. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more inspirational content. Let's look into today's exploration of inner peace and personal growth. Ready to be inspired? Have you ever wondered why certain individuals seem to possess a profound understanding and peace that feels almost otherworldly? Today, we are looking into the realm of spirituality to uncover six truths that only those deeply in tune with their spiritual nature can fully understand. These truths are not just philosophical concepts, but practical insights that can guide us toward a more connected and mindful way of living. Whether you're well along your spiritual path or just beginning to explore these dimensions, understanding these principles can offer you a fresh perspective on life and your place in it. One of the foundational truths that highly spiritual people understand is the illusion of separateness. In the physical world, it's easy to view ourselves as separate entities, disconnected from each other and from the environment. But at a deeper spiritual level, this notion of separateness begins to dissolve. Think about the air you breathe, the water you drink, and the food that sustains you. All of these elements are interconnected within the vast ecosystem of our planet. In the same way, our lives are intertwined with those of others. The actions we take can ripple across our social and environmental networks, affecting people and places we may never see or meet. Understanding this interconnectedness fosters a sense of responsibility and compassion towards all forms of life. Highly spiritual people often see themselves as a part of this greater whole. This realization is not merely intellectual but deeply felt. It changes how they interact with the world and with others. Instead of prioritizing personal gain, they move through life with an awareness of how their actions contribute to the collective well-being. This truth challenges us to reconsider our roles in the broader context of life. It asks us to look beyond our individual experiences and to consider how we are contributing to the global tapestry. This can lead to profound shifts in how we live our lives, from the choices we make daily to the relationships we foster. Moving to the second truth, highly spiritual individuals deeply understand the reality of the present moment. This might seem like a simple concept, yet it's one of the most challenging practices to maintain. Living in the moment isn't about letting go of the past or ignoring the future. It's about recognizing that the only true moment you can experience and influence is the now. In practical terms, this means focusing our attention on what is happening at this moment. Instead of being lost in thoughts about past events or future worries, the present moment demands our full engagement. When we live in the now, we are fully present in our activities and interactions, which enhances our experiences and the quality of our connections with others. For those who are spiritually attuned, the present is not just a moment in time, but a state of being. It becomes the space in which life unfolds, where peace can be found and where real change can occur. This awareness helps diminish the power of past regrets and reduces anxiety about the future, aligning individuals with the flow of life. Accepting the present moment also enhances mindfulness, which is the practice of being aware and attentive to the current experience without judgment. This can be cultivated through various practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or simply by listening attentively. Mindfulness helps build resilience against the stresses of life, providing a tool to return to the present whenever we find ourselves drifting into the past or future. By understanding and applying these first two truths, the interconnectedness of all life and the significance of the present moment, individuals can live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. They help us shift our perspective from one of separation and distraction to a state of connection and focus, which is the essence of a truly spiritual existence. As we continue, we will explore 4 more truths that build upon these foundations, each offering unique insights into the spiritual dimensions of our lives. These truths not only deepen our understanding of ourselves, but also enhance our interactions with the world around us. Building on the idea of the present moment and interconnectedness, our next truth looks into the internal landscape of the individual. Highly spiritual people often recognize that the most significant and rewarding journey is not one that takes place across the world, but one that takes place within oneself. This internal exploration is seen as the ultimate adventure. This journey involves a deep exploration of one's thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and the very essence of one's being. It's about questioning deeply ingrained patterns and discovering the core of what makes us who we are. This process helps individuals to understand their true desires, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. The tools for this journey are as simple as they are profound. Meditation, for instance, allows for a quiet mind, making space for introspection and insight. Through regular practice, it becomes possible to observe our mental patterns and emotional responses without getting swept away by them. This observation leads to greater self-awareness, which is key in making conscious choices that align with one's true self. Similarly, journaling can serve as a reflective practice that helps to clarify thoughts and feelings. Writing down thoughts provides a physical space to confront ideas and emotions, leading to greater clarity and understanding. The importance of this journey cannot be overstated. It transforms the way we live our lives, influencing everything from our relationships to our careers. As we come to understand ourselves better, we become more grounded in our values and capable of moving through the world with greater authenticity and purpose. Our 4th truth concerns the role of suffering in personal growth and transformation. While often viewed negatively, pain and suffering are universal experiences that can also be powerful catalysts for spiritual development. Highly spiritual people tend to view suffering differently. Instead of seeing it solely as something to avoid, they see it as an opportunity to grow and learn. This perspective doesn't diminish the pain of difficult experiences, but it does provide a framework for finding meaning within them. The process often involves facing hardships head-on and asking what can be learned from these experiences. Whether it's a loss, a failure, or a personal setback, each challenge holds a lesson that can contribute to deeper understanding and resilience. This approach to suffering is about more than just enduring. It's about actively engaging with our struggles to extract wisdom and strength. It's about transforming the energy of suffering into a force for personal evolution. The key here is not to glamorize or seek out suffering, but to recognize its value when it does occur. By doing so, we can move through painful experiences with greater dignity and emerge on the other side as more compassionate, wise, and resilient individuals. Having explored the changing power of inner journeys and the role of suffering in personal growth, we now turn our attention to a more proactive aspect of spirituality, the power of intention and manifestation. This truth centers on the belief that our thoughts and intentions have a significant impact on our reality. The concept of intention is not just about wishing for things to happen, it's about setting a clear and purposeful direction for our lives. This process starts with understanding what we truly desire, not just on a surface level, but at a core, spiritual level. When our intentions are deeply rooted in our authentic selves, they become powerful forces that can shape our existence. Manifestation, then, is the natural progression from intention. It's the process by which our intentions begin to materialize in the physical world. This doesn't imply that simply thinking about something will make it appear, but rather that by aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our intentions, we create conditions conducive to achieving our goals. Practically, this means maintaining a positive outlook, staying focused on our goals, and taking concrete steps towards them. It also involves trust, believing that the energy we put into the world will return to us in kind. This reciprocal relationship between what we give and what we receive is central to the spiritual understanding of manifestation. The impact of living with intention is profound. It transforms passive living into active engagement with our lives. Every decision and action begins to feel meaningful when they are directed towards intentional outcomes. This shift not only enhances personal satisfaction but also connects us more deeply with the world around us, reinforcing the interconnectedness we discussed earlier. The sixth truth we look into is the spiritual perspective on materialism and detachment. Highly spiritual people often emphasize the importance of focusing on non-material aspects of life, such as relationships, experiences, and personal growth over accumulating physical possessions. This detachment doesn't mean living without material goods or eschewing all forms of wealth. Rather, it's about recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment don't stem from material wealth alone. It's the understanding that possessions should not own us or dictate our happiness or self-worth. Spiritual detachment involves viewing possessions as tools that serve our lives rather than goals in themselves. This viewpoint changes how we interact with the material world. It encourages us to make choices based on need and purpose rather than desire and accumulation. This approach fosters a simpler, more contented way of living. It reduces stress associated with the pursuit of material wealth and the maintenance of possessions. It frees up resources, time, energy, and money to invest in things that truly enrich our lives and contribute to our growth and the well-being of others. As we embrace this less materialistic lifestyle, we find that our connections with others deepen, our experiences become more meaningful, and we develop a greater appreciation for what we have. This sense of gratitude is itself a powerful spiritual practice that enhances our overall quality of life. In traversing these 6 spiritual truths, we've explored a range of principles that guide deeply spiritual people, from understanding the interconnectedness of all life to recognizing the ongoing nature of our spiritual journey. Each truth offers valuable insights into how we can lead more fulfilling and meaningful lives. As we conclude, remember that these truths are not just philosophical ideals, they are practical guides that can help us live with greater awareness, compassion, and purpose. Whether you are at the beginning of your spiritual journey or well along the path, there is always more to discover and ways to deepen your connection to the world around you. Thank you for joining in this exploration of spirituality. May you find these truths to be useful companions as you continue on your own spiritual journey, enriching your life and the lives of those around you.